he had forced his way into her apartment and committed rape. The rape of the Queen. "Leave him," they had said. "He shall go free if you will return with us to Edinburgh." And like a fool she had believed them, although he had not. She would remember that last fierce embrace as long as she lived, for there would never be another like him. "Fool!" he had cried. He had treated her as a queen only on state occasions. In private, she was a foolish woman completely under his domination. "Don't you see they only want to separate us so that they may more easily destroy you? Leap onto your horse. We'll escape them yet. We'll go to Dunbar, together." "No," she had cried, although she had longed to ride with him. They would have killed him. They longed to kill them both. They had offered her his life if she would deliver herself into their hands that they might inflict that which was more bitter than death, the humiliation, the degradation which they were forcing her to suffer now. So she had parted from him. He had escaped to she knew not where. And for her there had been the terrible journey to the Provost's house, the night of horror there, in the room which looked on the street. And placed outside her window was that hideous banner, on which was depicted the murdered Darnley and her little son James, hers and Darnley's, kneeling as he prayed, "Judge and revenge my cause, O Lord." And all through the night the mob roared for her destruction like wild beasts roaring for their prey. In the morning had followed the fearful walk to Holyrood House, the banner held before her, the mob pressing close. That was the very depth of despair. There could be nothing more horrifying than that which she had already suffered. But perhaps there could be. On she rode, the prisoner of those grim and silent men. To what destination? Chapter 2. Loch Leven. In the castle of Loch Leven, which was built on an island in the middle of the loch, an exciting expectancy prevailed. All through the day, the serving men and maids had been aware that they must prepare for an important visitor, and rumour had seeped through to them that this was none other than the captive Queen. Ears were strained for the sounds of arrival. Eyes continually turned to the strip of water which separated the island from the mainland, on which could be seen the roofs of the houses of Kinross. She would embark there, and the boat was ready, waiting for her. The castellan of the castle, Sir William Douglas, was uneasy. He did not relish the responsibility which had been given him. He foresaw trouble. Yet it was a commission which he dared not refuse. He should, he supposed, have been grateful because his half-brother, James Stuart, Earl of Murray, would wish him to be the Queen's jailer. Yet he knew that a tense and stormy period lay before him. Wherever Mary Stuart was, there was trouble. It was hardly likely that Loch Leven would escape it. Now he was waiting for her arrival, which surely could not long be delayed. And he decided that once more he must impress upon his mother the importance of the task which had been given them, and for this reason he made his way to her apartments. He found her seated at a window. Like most people in the castle, she was gazing out across the lake, and with her was William's younger brother, George. Margaret Douglas looked eagerly at her elder son as he entered. He noticed, with a twinge of jealousy, that she looked younger than she had before they had received the news. He knew the reason. It was because, by keeping the Queen a prisoner at Loch Leven, she would be serving Murray. Why had he felt the need to warn her of the importance of this duty when all that she did for Murray she would do well? "Is there news?" she asked, and the animation on her beautiful though ageing face was startling. William shook his head. "I trust all will be well. Jamie will expect us to do our duty." "We shall do it. Have no fear of that," William replied. He might have reminded her that Murray, now that the Queen was a captive, was the most influential man in Scotland,